All right, so Samurai Jack season 5, episode 2. Uh, Interesting episode. You wanna recap what happened in this episode?
Woo! All right, so let's get to the review. Nah, I'm asking.
I think we just review it.
With a
Yeah,
swag.
let's get it. Listen, man. Jack is on the run, man. This guy. We open up the episode with some good lighthearted comedy, with Aku and
And is that therapist? Right?
yeah, he's
No,
talking
it's
to his
not
therapist.
a therapist. That's Tim himself. He's just
Obviously, Kevin.
Yeah.
No.
He's his own therapist.
Yeah, so he's playing his own therapist, pretty much just talking about lamenting Jack himself and whether or not he's really a threat and all that. And when we cut to Jack, we initially start off the episode with these kind of tone setting scenario shots, and we follow a wolf throughout the episode in conjunction with what's going on with Jack. And Jack is on the run. And he eventually encounters the 7 trained assassins that were being brought up in the first episode of this season. And he has an encounter with them. Simultaneously, we're witnessing an encounter with that white wolf and a pack of these green lions. So Jack fights them, and he's using all his different weapons, and they all get like pretty much debunked. He has that spear thing, and it gets destroyed, and he uses his little guns, his handguns, and his grenades. He eventually uses a bazooka, and that gets taken out, and he's forced to retreat. As it's raining, he escapes the forest, and he's hiding under this kind of rock area. And it's at that point where we get the spirit of the Jack as we knew him in the previous seasons kind of talking to him. And the basic premise and point of the conversation was that spirit of Jack was basically telling him to basically commit suicide and kill himself, because he says he alludes to like what would be the ultimate honor, and as we know in like among samurais, like seppuku or suicide is something they do.
death, yeah.
And he's basically just telling him like
to return to his ancestors by just ending it.
Yeah, return to his ancestors.
No, he said
there's nothing.
He said his ancestors want him to return.
Yeah,
His old self. No, you were saying as if like it was the old Jack saying he wants him to return. He was saying that his actual ancestors, his parents, want him to die. So.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, he was basically telling him to die because he was telling him like there's nothing waiting for him back in the past. Like there's you have no purpose of doing this, and it's been 50 years, and it was almost like that Jack was was pretty much giving him a wake up call that like you're like the decrepit remains of you like have no purpose continuing on with this. And Jack is still like kind of headstrong in his purpose, and he's just like no, like he's just gonna resolve to take these guys out. And Spirit Jack is telling him like you're gonna die, and he tells him that he won't, and he runs across the battlefield, and he makes his escape. And after the commercial break, we see these ruins, what seems like ruins in this kind of like rainy area, and the assassins make their way in, and Jack makes his way in, and it's kind of like this kind of inner temple. And as Jack makes his way through that, in the darkness, it's kind of this atmospheric feel where like they're just kind of looking for each other, get the mosquito chirping or buzzing.
Yeah.
And eventually Jack comes in contact with the first assassin, and we get this kind of clash in the darkness with the lights highlighting Jack and the assassin's body, and he evades the other ones. And eventually we get into this scene where after he's just kind of fighting all of them, we get into the scene where they make it to what seems to be the center of this ruins area, and it's like we get this kind of large bird's eye view scope of the whole area, and Jack is hiding as these seven fighters, these assassins, kind of make their way towards him and the center. And the music is just ramping up, and it's this big dramatic thing.
Yeah.
And they're all closing in on him, and he kind of jumps out of the way before he gets attacked. and he's fighting all of them. He makes it to the top of the throne of what seems to be the remains of some kind of ruler, and he takes the weapons from that throne and he fights with them, but they're all kind of beat up weapons and they get destroyed like immediately. And Jack takes like an axe and he takes a sword and it doesn't work. And he makes his way out of there. And when one of the assassins catches up with him, he slits the throat of that person, not knowing that it was a person, because he made a point to his spirit self earlier on in the episode that they're just nuts and bolts. They're just robots, and I'll take care of them. In the same vein that he took care of all the most of the threats in the previous seasons. Unbeknownst to Jack, this was a human being. He slit the person's throat and blood gushed. The person fell down to Jack's shock, and the mask comes off, and he sees a living, well, was breathing human. So Jack killed the person.
Yeah, he got stabbed by the daughter that stabbed him too, right?
Yep. He gets stabbed. He's bleeding on his abdomen area. He is shocked at just the prospect of him killing somebody, and there's only one way out, and it's this kind of just empty area that he can jump out of into the water. And coming out the other side of the tunnel were the rest of the assassins, the daughters, and Jack drags what's left of him outwards, and he jumps off, and the place explodes. And at that point, we get a shot of all the dead tigers as the wolf is just laying there, seemingly just slain and just decrepit and beaten up. In contrast or comparison to the situation with Jack as he escapes into the water, and that's where the episode ends.
Okay. A few things really quickly about this episode that I noticed. First off, besides the animation, which is obviously always really good, the sound design in this episode was like amazing. Like all the music, the way it like helped the atmosphere of every scene.
Yep.
Was that's really what made the episode. Besides that, there's obviously like a big change with like now that it's on Adult Swim, they can show blood and stuff like that, and Jack killing someone. And Andre mentioned that the wolf was like representing Jack, I think, is what he's saying.
Of course it was.
For Jack. I mean, it's obvious, but I think like I don't think Jack is dead, obviously, at the end of this episode. And
you don't think Jack is that what?
Dead. I don't think
he said
dead.
Jack isn't dead.
Yeah, obviously.
Of course he's not dead.
But
Come on.
the thing that the wolf actually specifically represents is his old self.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, the wolf is the same color as like the way he used to dress. Like,
wait, hold on, Wesley. You're starting to kind of like lag out.
I'll say what Wesley
sound a little wonky.
You know how Jack used to dress in the previous seasons? He used to wear white gi.
Yeah. That
was representative of Jack. Yeah. Old self is now dead because he killed a human.
Yeah. I wrote that in a post. Like Jack as we knew him is dead inside of him. So Wesley, try to talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh man, you sound very clear now. Okay, go
ahead. So what did you think of the episode, Andre?
Visually and just the music behind it, I think it really was what I think gave this episode the boost of probably being like simply amazing. So I'm not really. I think we all disagree. Like the music and the visual was amazing. So I'm not gonna get too much into that. The Aku stuff first. I think one that was also. I think that seems kind of be like the humor stuff, like kind of like the comedy of the episode. But also, I think with the Aku situation, it also shows you that like Jack is forever going to be a thorn in his ass, given the fact like he just can't wait out for Jack to just simply die, like get killed by a machine or even age if he does age. I think it's Aku kind of witnessing like I gotta eventually deal with this myself.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that they're both getting tired of this fight that's going on for 50 years.
Yeah,
like it's not like I
have a different take on the Aku thing, but y'all should go. I'll do it.
You would think Aku is just like I destroyed the time portals. Even though Aku probably doesn't know he lost a sword, but he lost a sword. He has no way
He
Like
kind of
you would,
won, right?
like you would
Yeah.
think he won, but it's the fact that Jack is still alive is just like it's kind of like that fly that you can't kill. Like it's just like
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of this dude, and that's why I think this episode sets up a coup going to eventually start becoming a little bit more involved with actually he and Jack and trying to defeat him.
Yep.
I'll let Kev speak on the coup stuff since he had a different perspective.
Oh, is it my turn? Or?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to talk about like each
Okay.
point one by one.
Are you talking about the Aku thing, or you want me to overview
Go-
like what
the
I
Aku
thought
thing.
about the episode?
Aku.
The Aku thing particularly, I actually think it's on the separate side, where Aku needs someone to constantly challenge him because he's clearly bored. Like the last time, because the Aku therapist thing had happened before. I don't remember what episode it was, but I remember it happening like once. It was brief though, and it happened one of the episodes where he wanted to he was bored, so he needed something to excite him, so he went to fight Jack. So I feel like it's more of so like thorn in his side. He still needs someone to like constantly be in conflict with because that's how he's excited. And him just letting the scientists robots to get out Jack or using some kind of underling or whatever, it's kind of boring him now. And he feels like he needs to do something exciting. So he's probably gonna fight Jack, if anything. I think it's more so like he needs Jack to be there as like, you know how like you have a rival and it kind of creates that like on edge, you know, like I feel like that's what I don't think Jack is really, because the truth is I think Jack does. Like if you look at all the previous episodes, he has like a little ball thing which tells him where Jack is and what Jack is doing. So I know for a fact he knows that Jack doesn't have the sword anymore. That's why he's bored, because the sword was the only thing that Jack used to challenge him. Now that's not there anymore, so he's gonna send his Erling and try to kill Jack. He's not, until Jack gets his sword back. Aku's not gonna try to kill him. That's my take on it. Where's mine?
What did you think, Ibrahim? Okay. What else did you think about the episode, Andre?
My bad. I was trying to rush to unmute myself.
Yeah, we
Oh man, this.
Just the cute stuff.
What happened?
Yeah, we just like doing point by point. So just
Andre hasn't finished his overview. We also have to do our overviews, but Andre.
Yeah, like we're just going point by point. Like I'm just like going like then we're gonna all explain like points. So I'm saying what you think about.
I was just asking my thoughts.
He's talking about the Aku. He's talking about the Aku.
What do you
Everybody's
think
gonna
about
get their individual.
What do you think about the Aku thing at the beginning, Ibrahim? Okay, never mind.
I saw the Aku thing as just another one of his eccentricities. He's able to shapeshift, and we've seen him turn into women, and just other things, partly to amuse himself, almost as if like he's just. It's like this is how he kind of like copes with situations and whatnot. I took it more so, even though it's happened before, and I actually remember the situation Kevin's referring to. I still took this as. I'm kind of sick of this fight, and I'm just kind of over Jack in general, and like I'm just tired of him, and he's trying to tell himself almost that he just like, oh, I'm not worried about him, you know, like Jack's not a threat to me. I don't care, like just I'm not worried about Jack, and he's talking to himself about this, so it shows the contrary. So that's
Wait, but
my
Ibrahima, you just said he does the thing to amuse himself. The only thing that amuses him is when either A, he's doing some dumb ass shit involving Jack, or when he's fighting Jack. So that's why I keep saying that. I think that without Jack, he's bored. Without Jack, because you said that he doesn't know that Jack has a sword, but remember he has that little fire pit thing. That remember whenever he's like gonna send an assassin against Jack, they're like, oh, Jack's right there, go get him. He knows where Jack. He knows for a fact that Jack doesn't have the sword, and it's boring him because he doesn't have any kind of opposition. That's my whole point on it.
And
That's my view on it.
And then even like when Jack was speaking with himself, I also like that was parallelism to me, like as far as like Aku's speaking to himself, because it's kind of like in Jack's thing, you can kind of see how far he's fallen into like I guess you can say despair or depravities, like to the point where like his conscience is telling him to kill himself. And in the sense that Aku is kind of like he's fallen into like an extreme state of boredom. Like there's just nothing for me to do. Even he doesn't even care about people making like super machines anymore. So I thought like that was just like them showing like the, I guess like the like how were both of them at the mind state wise at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you think
They're
Jack?
both,
Do you
they're both
think Jack
feeling the
and
same way for different reasons?
do you
Like,
think Jack and do you think Jack and Aku are low key friends in a way? The way they've kind of built a weird relationship in a way. You don't think so?
I don't think they're
No.
friends.
said
I think
Aku-
they
you said
have. I
Aku
think
and
they
Jack?
haven't. Yeah.
No.
I don't think they're friends. I think they have an intimate relationship
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
because of their rivalry.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think they depend on each other
Yeah.
in a certain way.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, if the other one doesn't exist, what am I still doing, living and continuing what I'm doing? What's the purpose of it? So, it's almost like it's if Jack doesn't exist, what is Aku really fulfilling, and vice versa doesn't exist? Why is Jack still continuing onwards now, 50 years into this? So
Yeah, they're both
it's just one of those things.
They're both each other's purpose, and then that's
I
how.
think
Yeah,
this
their
ex-
existence, you know, in
And
a
they're
weird way
getting
completes them.
they're getting tired of existing, and that's a lot of the tired of the battle. So
And
they're both kind
I
of
think
reaching their end in this episode.
I think this like you know when people would speak about how like Jack is very episodic, you know, and it's just Jack and Aku going tit for tat. Aku's either sending his minions or whatever, or he's going himself to fight Jack. That kind of shows itself in this episode because it shows it like there's this never-ending fight, and it's finally come to light how they feel about it. Because most of the time, the first 52 Jack episodes, Jack wasn't saying that much. There was a lack of dialogue, and I mean, they showed what they needed to in the action, the various actions, not just necessarily like the fights, but the facial expressions and all that, and the movements and everything. But you got to really see that what that whole like episodic villain of the week type thing that was going on, what it really means to both of them in this.
Yeah, we got to look into
Yeah.
how this whole grind has affected Jack in a psychological way. I mean, just the fact that we've seen it, like other spirits we've seen in the series are of dead characters, but we get a spirit of the same character, Jack, and as we knew him. So that literally means like the Jack as we knew him is dead, and that alone should just like be your answer. It's just like,
Yeah, I think
oh
that
my god.
I think the site, like, that was a good point. The psychiatrist version of Aku and the ghost version of Jack are just like representing how like introspective they're being about their role and what's going on, and in like so I think it's more like their soul searching moments in the episode, and they are kind of like running parallel to each other.
Hold up. Nah.
then as far as like the fighting, there's nothing I really can say about it. It's like it just looked amazing. Like the part where I was just most like the post I was just even more like it was like the suspense drew was when he was inside that coffin, and like that, I guess you say Firefly was just like light was blinking, just like holy shit, like are they gonna find him and all that, and then all of a sudden they all just pounce on that coffin. He just jumps out, so like it just looks so epic at that point. And then like he grabs the I guess you can say the fault, like the Skeleton King's axe, and like even that's destroyed. I thought at that point like that might be a weapon that can withstand some of the blows, but even that was destroyed. I guess the main point I want to say about this episode is that this is the first time in the series that Jack has killed the person.
Yeah,
prior
that's not a machine.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like a person, like just a human. Like this is the first time he's taken a life. This is the first time throughout his entire journey that his I guess you can say like his efforts have actually harmed someone. And I think that like when he killed the person, he found out the mask, you can see the shock he had. Like he's like, oh shit, like I didn't think that was a human being. Because prior to that, he just thought it was just nuts and bolts. He said something about nuts and bolts, like when he was under that.
I have a question. I have a question. First of all, did you expect him to fight all the daughters immediately, like this early on?
Yeah. I'm not surprised they had an encounter.
Really, with all of them? And did you And what effect do you think him killing is gonna have on Jack? Because he was already at his
Wait, are
lowest
you?
point.
No, I think I no. I mean,
No,
first
no,
of
wait.
all, are
Let me
you
finish.
asking all of us?
Yeah, yeah.
Or you? Yeah, I think no. I think
Everybody.
everybody's gonna kind of when they do their overview, they're probably gonna
And
answer
do
the
you,
question.
what effect do you think this is
We,
gonna
we should
have?
we should no. We should do that at the end. Let everybody do the
Well,
overview.
just let me get this question out because you might think about it as you're talking about the episode. What effect do you think it's gonna have on Jack's character since he was already at his lowest point and then he went a step further and killed somebody when he was already like kind of reaching his breaking point mentally? And then what effect do you think him killing one of the daughters is gonna have on Aku's other daughters, the remaining daughters, emotionally? That one of their sisters get killed by Jack.
I think they're gonna be military about it. It's gonna be move on. Let's go with the remaining people. I doubt it's gonna affect them in any way emotionally. As for Jack, he's just gonna be like massively like levels of shook. Like this dude just it's gonna break him because they make a point to and throughout the whole series to note like anytime he came in contact with a human character, like he was never even thinking about like killing them, and
Yeah,
he
like
just
he's never had no victims by his hand, like as far as human wise.
yeah. And throughout the series, he's fought robots, and when he fights other human characters, he doesn't kill them. But I mean, this is something else. He he was reinforcing and repeating to his spirit like they're just nuts and bolts, like Andre just said. Like
I think
it's
it's gonna affect the daughters in a certain way
Yeah.
because we were predicting that the daughters would sympathize with Jack, or one of them was. Remember last episode? So that this makes that more difficult if he's killed one of them.
Yeah. The way I see
possible.
it,
I just don't see like if you see the way they were training.
I think the way it's going to affect them. One, I think the immediate reaction they're maybe going to be a little bit more militant. I think as the series progresses, if he starts to kill them off one by one, I think it's going to
I
be.
kind of thought that might happen too.
I think
Yeah.
it's
What if
I think
Jack
he
just
has to
snaps and
kill
becomes a
all
different guy?
I think it's going to get to the point where they're going to be a little bit more cautious. They're going to be a little bit more like, is this really what I want to do?
I feel like
Like I think it's going to be an internal struggle with them. Like, is this
I
what I want to do? But this is what I've been training for. And I think until that last one that we focused on, episode 1, I think she's going to get to the point where I don't really want to fight Jack.
I almost think like this is gonna become a situation where Jack's gonna become more of a villain, and one of the daughters is gonna become more of the protagonist. As far as like a sign of a symbol for like a good character, and maybe they'll finish Aku. Because like if the series is really gonna like this is kind of foreshadowing like he has to fight these daughters, like he can't just run away from them like he did like he can't finish them off the way he did the robots. He has to kill them apparently. If they're this strong and they keep coming after him, that means he's gonna keep killing daughters. So like if he gets to the point where he's killing them, I think they're gonna think psychologically. I think they're gonna become less militant and like robotic and more emotional as the series progresses. As like each sister is dying, they're gonna question what they're doing, and like whether what Jack is doing is right or wrong.
All I can say is my dick is so hard. Yeah, I'm joking. Because
Jack's been wearing black since it started. It's a grittier thing, and I think they're doing a clever thing where they're using it as a way to not be edgy, but to make Jack go to a darker place. And going to a darker place means he's not really this perfect, like sort of mythological, golden boy hero anymore. Like he's a dark anti-hero.
Yeah,
like he's killing people. He's an anti-hero.
And it's come at the result of like just the years of weariness.
Yeah.
Like this guy, like
it's been
this
50
isn't
years.
Jack. Like this is the remains of what was Jack.
Yeah.
And it's in like you said, like Jack as we knew him was the guy wielding the mystical sword, the guy who was earnest enough to be able to use that weapon, the guy that wore the white robe, the guy that had a creed, a mantra, the guy who didn't.
All those parts of him are cast away. Like at the beginning of the
he killed somebody. He doesn't have the mystical sword. He doesn't wear the white robe anymore. Like and mentally and physically and spiritually, like he's broken down. So this is literally him picking up what's left and knowing that he's breaking his whole internal like kind of code, and he's just gonna have to make do with what he has left of himself. And it's like it's just crazy.
Yeah, I might as well just do my overview right now.
I think
because It's
Yeah,
gonna
I think the
lead.
wolf
It's gonna.
dying
It's
was
gonna.
a.
It's gonna lead into like everything I have to say.
But I think the
regarding
wolf
Jack.
dying, like I said, was a metamorphosis. I don't think that's him killing himself. I think that's like the last piece of the old Samurai Jack from the prior seasons. Is just
Possibly,
gone.
considering the
It's
wolf is
just
a white
gone.
one,
Yeah, I
there's a
think that's what.
possibility.
Yeah, I think it's just gone. He's like a different character now.
That's crazy.
The beginning of the episode was what I want to talk about with the symbolism where Jack came upon the two roads. Remember that the little fork road, and he chose
Yeah.
the left side.
Oh,
The
that is.
left side,
and-
like the right side is commonly good, and the left side is,
Yeah.
bad. And Jack took the left side, and the wolf took the left side. And then you had the wolf fighting those, what the fuck they were? I don't know. I actually don't.
Like creatures.
Yeah,
Like
those
strike
creatures. And he died, meaning what you said, he killed off himself. Like, and then he got stabbed at the end, and he killed one of the little girls or whatever. Meaning that either A, he's going to be broken, and it's going to be hard for him to get back into his old, into his regular fighting Jack self, and then he'll be reformed back to his old Jack self, or the more likely decision is he becomes evil. That's probably what I think is gonna happen. Because if he does go back to his like, if not even does go back, if he becomes like a crippled version of himself, like he becomes very like weak willed because of what he did, and he's mulling over it. I think the Scotsman is gonna come back into the picture, and he'll whip him back into shape. But regarding the girls, I honestly think that this is gonna break them because they're not even that old. Like they're like a couple of hours. Well, maybe they are
Wait,
50
you
years
actually
old.
believe that they grew up like artificially like that?
This is Samurai Jack. It's
I
very possible.
I automatically like and immediately just assumed and just took it as those were flashback sequences going up until current time. So
I still think they're like only a few hours. They're not that old. At least to me, they're not that old. But
I don't think so.
they've been uniform like their entire life. They've been doing shit together their entire life. You know how a military is. If a large chunk of it, let's say 1/7 of your army is like wrecked, especially the core part of it, is going to destroy morale. Now, I don't think it'll necessarily like put him in a position where they're like, oh my god, I'm so scared, Jack. No, but I feel like they'll think twice before they do something. Like they'll be very like if they'll think. I think they'll think twice. I don't think they're as like heartless as they might look, because they showed a lot of emotion when they were training and stuff like that. I think that the girl with the short hair, I think she was no, it wasn't her. But yeah, I think it's gonna end up like that. Like either A, next episode the Scotsman comes in and Jack is in a state where he's like emotionally broken, or B, he goes into like this kind of like these what is that called, like internal monologues where he's slowly gonna become evil. And like Wesley said, the 6 girls are gonna become the heroes, which I honestly don't think they can or nor they will, because they're emissaries of Aku. Like
I don't know, but I don't know if it's
I
gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be full 180s on both sides.
I think at least a couple of them, or at least one of them, will become good.
I
That I
think
can guarantee.
I think with the girls, I think it's going to be I just think the immediate reaction is just okay. Like it's going to be more militant. That they're going
Yeah,
to
they died, move on.
it's
Like,
like
died, move on.
No, I don't see that.
like as I'm just and then as the I guess Jack continues to fight him. I think Jack's going to just be. I think he's going to. I don't want to say embrace, but I'm going to use the word embrace the fact that he's killed someone. He's going to be like, okay, I just got to accept the fact that I got to kill these people to get them off my back. I think he's going to embrace.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think with that, I think as the series progresses, because it's 10 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's it. Let me just use the number. I'm going to use the next 2 episodes. Let's just say he kills a mass majority of them. I think the more he kills, I think the more the females are going to be like, all right.
Yeah,
a little bit more cautious now.
Yeah.
And then I think then as we get to like the last 2 or the last 3, you're going to start to see like, is this really what we need to do? Like, is killing Jack really that important for us? Because like even though they even talk about like their destiny is to kill Jack, but what is that? Like, what is your destiny?
What is the
after
end
Jack?
goal? Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, once you kill Jack,
yeah.
what is
You're right.
afterwards? And I
But
think once, and even and when in season 1, you had the girl even like actually wanting to see life outside of just training. So I think that girl that we
yeah,
seen when she was a little kid, that's going to be the girl that's going to come to the realization that I don't have to kill Jack. Like, I can just live my life, because Jack is not the all and be all about life. So I'm
yeah.
not
But
sure how many
Andre,
episodes that's going to take, but I think it may take like to episode 2. It may be episode 6 where we see that final, I guess you say, progression with those 7 assassins.
yeah, Andre, I'm gonna address the point about the girls about you killing them. I definitely agree with you. A bunch of those girls are gonna die. But I'm saying, yeah, they're gonna get murked because he set off gate. They set off gate like it's gonna get crazy and it's gonna get crazy. So he's gonna kill like
I think
he's
he's
either
gonna.
gonna kill
I think
most
he's
of
gonna
them.
be hesitant next time again, but he's gonna be forced into another
He's gonna
situation where he has to kill
he's
him, and
gonna
he's gonna
And
slowly
he's gonna,
get
it's gonna
into
be
it.
so regretful and it's
He's
gonna hurt him.
no, I
Only reason I'm
no.
saying that,
Slowly
only reason I'm
get
saying that,
used to it.
because I watched the when the preview came on. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
going based off the preview.
Oh, okay. No, but Ibrahima, I haven't. I'm gonna watch the promo later because it's on YouTube.
I think he's
But
gonna slowly get adjusted to killing him.
but I don't. No, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
The next time he kills the girl, he's not gonna be as shocked. He's just gonna he's gonna be shocked for like a second,
Yeah.
and then after the next 2 or 3, he's just gonna get used to it. You'll just kill him, or he But I feel like and I honestly don't think they're gonna make it to the season finale because let's say he kills a girl every episode. There's 6 more episodes. There's 8 more episodes, right?
Yeah.
You kill a girl every single episode. You have 2 episodes to do the finale with Aku, and that's the finale right there.
Now, I think he's gonna.
Something's gonna happen with the one girl.
I do. I do
Damn,
think
yo,
there's gonna be other-
IGN dropped their review of the episode. That's crazy.
I do think I do think a few of the girls are gonna survive, and I do feel like there's gonna be because this is still Jack. There's gonna be padding.
I just think it's gonna
Padding
be
where
one girl.
it's not just it's gonna be the leader. Who's gonna be
Yeah, the one that we focused on episode 1.
I just don't think it's gonna be just him fighting the girls for majority of the episodes, the next 6 episodes.
No,
There's gonna be other
I don't
characters
even.
coming in.
I don't even think that's what it's gonna. Yeah, I don't think that's what's gonna be at all.
Yeah, but they're all gonna get murdered.
Like,
I think
obviously they're like just the overarching. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, just like they're the ones that are gonna be chasing Jack, and obviously.
And
I
I
could
can
see
also
I could see
expect-
each girl being involved in like a plot with someone else with like a different antagonist, like being a part of it.
because they can
They could weave them into the story around something
They're
else.
they're the only other human beings besides the bounty hunters from like season. I don't remember what season that was, but they're the only other
Isn't it,
human
like, 1
beings
or
who are going
2?
after Jack. No, there was that episode where there were a bunch of bounty hunters that were searching for Jack, and Jack killed them all in like 8 seconds. But these are the only other like continuous villains besides Aku, and I feel like the creator could use that time to integrate them in the story as like just regular characters, not just villains against Jack, and he can use that to pad out the episodes. Besides, I mean, there's so much you can do, but all I can say is I can guarantee you that at least 5 of the rest of them are gonna die. I'm guaranteeing you that right now.
Okay. Andre, do you have anything else? Noticed about?
No, I think that's pretty much. I think we pretty much discussed everything regarding the episode.
What's your rating for the episode?
I'm just gonna give this episode a 10 out of 10.
Ibrahima, did you have anything you noticed about the episode?
Besides the fact that at some point this became like movie quality animation. If it was for like a cartoon movie, like this is what it would look like. And we touched on it briefly, but just like the grandiose nature of how like they made certain scenes feel with the scoring and the angles and like the
allegorical nature of the visuals.
The visuals weren't allegorical. The visuals were
they
what
weren't?
I was saying were ethereal. Like because
Ibrahim came to those visuals.
because like just
Uber would
the
say
way
they were allegorical and ethereal.
Yo, I can't wait to.
Are you asking me for my point? Or are you gonna troll me?
Can I do both?
We don't really need to talk about the visuals.
No.
The visuals are the visuals. Like,
yeah. I thought the directing was really like. I don't know. I don't remember if gendy Tartakovsky directed the last one. the last episode himself, or if he just wrote it. But I definitely noticed he directed this one. Like he had to.
I think he did both. I think he did both.
You think is he directing every episode himself? You think?
That's what he used to do.
No, okay. Because a lot of times the creator like comes in on certain episodes, like a George R. Martin sort of thing. Like he specifically wrote this episode, and because it was important to him.
In live action, it's like that.
Yeah. But yeah. So what about the visuals? They were movie quality.
Yeah, but like just how atmospheric they made like the tension. Like there was so much good tension building and just they did a really good job of creating tension in this episode. When he was hiding from everybody.
Which somebody's asking
when he was running and when he was sweating.
Which daughter he killed? Was it the daughter with the bob? That was the one he killed. Right?
No. It was a short-haired one. It wasn't the main one who
spiky hair or the short bob? Like
no. How do I'm a drop?
A bob is like a shoulder length, kind of like flat ended.
No. Her hair is way above. It's like right next to her chin.
Okay, so it's like a pixie cut. It's like pixie cut. Girl.
Yeah.
I think it's the bob. I think that's what you mean.
No, I have a picture of her on Twitter. What do you mean?
All right, show me the picture, and I'll say the hairstyle. But
Samurai Jack.
I
remember what her hair looks like, but yeah. Bro. I have a schleg right now. I just can't bring this schleg down.
Ibrahima, what were you saying?
Oh, that was besides that, that's pretty much it. Like we covered everything, but this episode was a 10 out of 10.
We did get the leader of the daughter's name. That, by the way, I think it's Ashi.
Ashi.
Okay.
I like nobody pointed out.
We got her name.
The black and white sequence. Where did we get her name? Always nice. The black and white sequence.
Oh, when they were in the dark,
lit by the sparks of the.
To me, I just didn't need no.
I've seen that so many times. I'm not really. Let's say I'm
man, it's always nice to see it again.
I'm a veteran.
It's the girl. No, she doesn't have a bob. She has like short hair. That's like
her hair.
Yeah, but they all have short hair. They all kind of have.
No, I'm just gonna post a picture for us to look at.
No, it's a review crew, bro.
Okay.
Oh, Kevin posted the picture there.
Okay, thank you.
That's the one that got murked. I told her it's a short-haired one. Yeah, it's not the main one. She was the one on like the right side of the girl when they were like in formation, I think.
Yeah, she has kind of like she's like a honeydew sort of. I don't know. It's hard to describe. One of the more attractive sisters.
They all look the same.
Nah, they look different, bro.
Good. It's like some of them are slightly thicker.
They are. As we noticed in that swimming sequence. But
yeah.
But any other thoughts, Kevin?
Oh, so they all do. They actually do all have different hairstyles. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they all have completely different.
Oh, come on,
hairstyles.
Ibrahima. We all knew they had different hairstyles. Their face.
The one that died is the one on the left.
Oh, on the left, I think. No, I think it's actually the middle character's right and on our left.
Yeah, I'm just saying on my left.
I told you.
On my left. That's what I was saying. On my left.
Yeah, that's why I said she's on the direct right. So I'm assuming.
Okay, she's the one with the she has the kind of like slicked up spikes on the ends of her hair. It's kind of like a cat ears.
Okay. No. You see the middle. You see the middle one, the onion head, right?
Look on the left.
The first one on the onion head's right, and our left.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it's the one with the bob. That's a bob.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so I can tell you
my favorite one.
I can already tell you who's gonna die next. The one on the right side is gonna die. Then the one on the second to the left is gonna die. Then the one on the second right is gonna die. Then the one on the third left.
Wait, in that specific order, Kevin?
Yes.
How do you make these determinations? They're all just twins of the same.
Kevin is a math genius.
I am the Samurai Jack super fan.
He's bumping out the statistics.
Wait,
man.
so but like
he's using probability,
nigga. No, but honestly, but look, the next one to die. I'm gonna screenshot this shit right now.
I
so
knew
when
it was
she dies,
one that died. God damn you, Jack.
Nigga, they look the same.
They don't. But all right. What were you saying, Kevin? Your rating?
Are you really asking me that question?
Yeah.
The same 10 out of 10.
53 episodes of straight 10 out of 10, nigga. Come out here with that shit.
All right. So hopefully they get progressively better, I guess.
The
What
only
was the-
second series to One Piece. Good night.
What does the preview like next week? Did you watch it?
So
Yeah,
the
it's like a direct continuation of this.
Yeah, the previews is they follow his blood trail.
Oh, really?
And they're in the forest, and Jack is like hiding, but he's speaking to them mysteriously, like go about your way or face your destiny, basically saying face your death. And there's like our
Yo,
destiny,
he's gonna kill them all.
and their reply is our destiny is to kill you, and that's where it cuts off. That's why I think at a certain point.
Yeah.
There was foreshadowing for this death.
Then yeah, so
this
it's not gonna
episode
be
right here.
episodic. Like he's gonna be fighting these girls episode after episode for a while. At least so.
I'm guaranteeing at least the next 4 episodes he's throwing hands at all these girls.
He's about to kill him. He's about to Millie Rock another one.
I think
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah, he's a
I think
bouncer.
he's gonna kill 2 next week.
Oof.
Yeah.
You think 2?
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
that'd be
What if he
crazy.
slaughtered? What if he slaughters 5? Yeah. out of 6.
he just
5
gonna
of
kill
6.
2.
5. Wait, no, man, that 5 of 6, and the last one
The thing
is saved for the
alright,
last
alright,
episode.
now we have to take bets on
No,
how
okay,
is he gonna
hold
kill
on.
the next one?
Ibrahima,
How is
one,
he
they
gonna
can't.
kill the next one?
He has to kill Aku in the next episode.
Is he gonna
That's
get-
gotta be
is
a
he gonna
2
get
episode
crushed?
fight. So
Is
I'm
he gonna
saying
get-
that
2
y'all gotta
episodes
get Millie
fight
Rock.
an hour-long fight, Kevin? Most of the episode is
Niggas
fighting.
Aku.
I don't think he's gonna
It's
fight
Aku,
Aku for an
nigga.
hour long. I don't think
He
so.
will. But
No, I
But-
don't think I think the last episode is gonna be 20 minutes.
Yeah. But he's saying 2 episodes, so like 40 then. But
yeah,
yeah, how's he gonna kill
mean,
the
it's
next
not
one?
gonna be straight.
How you think he's gonna keep stabbing these girls? He's gonna blow them up? He's gonna
no,
break
he's
that?
gonna
Like
kill
how?
them all in different orders. He's gonna kill them in different ways.
Well, he doesn't have any like guns
Oh, yeah.
or explosives anymore.
Well, he's probably gonna
Right?
choke one out.
I think this one is gonna be the most brutal.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill them all with their own weapons.
No, I think this one specifically, the next death is going to be the most brutal, given the state that he's in.
Ooh.
Oh, and then
I mean,
the rest of them are
he
gonna
has
be like less.
Yeah.
He has a stab wound. You know, he's just killed
He's
someone for
desperate,
the first
yeah.
time. One.
Cornered animal style.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
I think this is going to be the most brutal death.
Yeah. This definitely was like
Yo, what if he stabs one of the bitches in the head, bro?
I feel like they almost should have started with this episode because it does make you more like it shows the difference. I guess the first episode is getting you acclimated to the series again.
No,
and this
I think
episode-
they started the right way. I don't.
No, they started
Why?
the right way.
Why is that?
You can't like, putting this in first would just be like intentionally just trying to be like a shock factor. Like
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I said the first episode is getting you acclimated.
No,
to the style
but
again.
that's bad. No,
Okay.
the style. No, you have to get acclimated to the original style of Samurai
That's
Jack.
literally
no.
what I just said.
No. Wesley, you like to do that, coon. Look,
You
light
agree
skin,
with
dark
me.
skin niggas need to come back. That's the point.
All right.
No, what I'm saying is that he needs to get acclimated to the old style, like with the regular comedy, and then transition into the current state that Jack is in, for us to like really understand.
yeah,
Because
I
not
think-
everybody is like me, which they watch the first 4 seasons. A lot of people, I know a couple of people that.
I think the
skip
first episode
season.
should have ended with him killing one of the daughters already. Just so you know that things are different now.
I think what Wesley's saying is, well, I don't just from just how I feel about it, I think he's saying the first episode, it doesn't really make
Grab
you,
your attention.
Yeah, it doesn't grab your attention like that. To me, it just sets up.
I
What
disagree.
I'm saying is, I think for the people that watch Jack in the preview, it just gives you that. I don't want to say nostalgia, but that tone that you guys have been used to.
Yeah.
And then for the new viewers, it gives you like, okay, I can pretty much understand the story without having gone back.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't grasp you enough to
I
actually want
think-
to go back.
I just think he should have foreshadowed the tone shift a little bit at the in the episode somewhere. Because this in episode 2, this is a drastic tone shift with like blood and him killing people and stuff.
No.
that.
This.
I don't know if it's like I don't know, like you just hit like an
No,
onslaught.
it's been
It feels like
hinted-
it was
it's
just
been
kind of like
hinted
building
overseas.
to that moment.
Because I
No,
knew he was
Wesley.
going. I knew he was going to kill someone this season. Because they stated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said it. But
No, but
like
besides
if I
that,
watched the first episode, I would never think he was gonna kill somebody.
but besides that though, no, but he was kind of shook. Come on, like he was like a cornered animal.
Based on the first episode, you thought he was gonna kill somebody without reading the articles.
He was shook.
No, he's
Oh,
saying,
He was cornered.
He's asking,
I know 100%.
if you watched the first question, if you watched the first episode, did you think Jack was going to kill somebody without knowing any type of news? And it doesn't
You thought he was going to kill someone?
And it doesn't give you.
I actually didn't even read I didn't even read the whole article spoiler about him killing somebody, and I just thought that.
I didn't know.
You were confident in that he's about to kill somebody.
Yeah.
No, I mean
I was like 90% sure.
Okay, well, you're a good guess.
They did say that the show is gonna get dark, so automatically I'm gonna assume he's gonna.
Yeah, they said that. I'm talking about just seeing the episode.
Yeah, like based on like the evidence presented to me.
What I'm saying about the whole build up to this current Jack, there have been previous episodes where he's had internal monologues, where like it's kind of like this, but it's on it's much shorter. It's happened like a few times in the past season, so there has been build up to it, but it's very like subtle. Like, but if you're like me and you watched like recently, you're gonna see it before you even watching this episode. Like when I watched, I could okay.
You gotta look at the way he's fought certain people. Like he consciously.
I don't know.
No, someone
I don't think the first episode shows you that he's gonna kill anyone.
No, I'm not. That's not the point I'm making.
I don't think the first episode foreshadows it. I just had a feeling. I just knew he was going.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was asking.
Oh, are you saying? Do you think the first episode foreshadowed that he would do it?
Yeah.
Well, the first episode is the first episode. What you see is what you see there. So I don't think so. Not really. Like,
yeah. No. All right. That's all I was asking. That's what I was saying. I wish there was like.
But even still, I was watching. I was like, yeah, he's gonna kill somebody this season.
Yeah, that's because you were guessing though. Like, oh, it's last season. He's probably gonna do something.
Yo, I need the Scotsman.
No. It's not because that either. It's because like they always like reiterate the whole like robot thing and they're human. We knew that the enemies this time were human. So. Just in that alone, so actually no, it is kind of in a way foreshadowed that like his enemies are human.
Thoughts on the picture I posted in the chat. There was that episode where Jack was fighting. I don't know who he was fighting. He was actually fighting a human that episode.
Man got high heels on.
And no, but he almost sliced somebody's neck off in that episode, and he was
with his shoes, right? Yeah,
remember that? Yeah.
What? The high heels on. All right, well.
Yo, no, he was doing some serious damage to the joints though. Like on some real shit, he was.
I don't think the past, the past content is not really important at this point.
Yeah. Well, I like the new intro. I kind of miss the song.
Yeah, they do play the song at the end of the episode.
Yeah, kind of miss it in the intro.
As a credits roll, they play the theme song.
But hey, man, I'm ready to see Jack go on this Char Aznavour like killing spree.
Yeah.
He's gonna ruin one of my favorite characters in all.
Man.
All right, that's it.
All right.